What
What happened?
I don't know.
Well,
I got a little piece of Halloween.
I'll just say,
stuff.
how's everybody doing?
What up?
We're doing great too.
Us
If
too.
you don't
Hey,
know what up with Rob and Chris,
you should.
You're on our. Well, we're filming our second one, but this might be the first one that pops up because it's our Halloween show.
That too.
Yeah.
And you guys remember Todd, right?
Todd.
Real estate executive, almost kind of somewhat person to help you extraordinary.
We'll go with agent.
Okay, all right, actually that'll work. And we cannot forget the phenomenal, spectacular Allie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be
Definitely.
here.
And are we forgetting somebody again? Super producer.
Erica.
Double E Erica is in the house.
And this show, we should actually hear from Erica.
Yes.
She actually will might talk this time.
A wee bit.
It might happen.
Oh, yes. And we have some fun little facts.
She's showing her mime.
Sorry, I was having a moment. We'll just cut that out. Or not.
Or not, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's go. What do you got? Time out. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, Mom. Anyway,
3-1 left.
so we would like you to know who our phenomenal sponsors are.
That's right.
Yep, absolutely. Give a shout out to Lennies Photography.
Yes.
Lenny, you gotta love her. I don't care what anybody says. Great job out there doing sports and doing homecomings and all that kind of fun stuff.
If you was like, these are action sports photos.
That too.
You're on sidelines for basketball games, football games. I mean, not even just your high schools. You're into like the AAU competitive basketball, that stuff going on out there.
Travel, big softball. She does a
There's
great
so
job.
many great pictures, so you want to check that out.
Absolutely.
You want to give the plug?
Oh, yes.
How to find it and
It's
everything?
At Lennies Pictures. And not to mention, she's my personal photographer, so always in the spotlight. So if you follow her, you might have a chance of seeing pictures of me.
Hey.
You will definitely have chances if what you stick to. That too. Yes, exactly.
And before we get into the show even deeper, I do want to bring up. Yes, and I want you to go ahead and talk about it. It's the Alopecia Awareness.
Yes,
I
so
think it's really important that we bring that up.
yes, always good to spread awareness on alopecia. So alopecia is an autoimmune disorder, and I have alopecia areata, which is the patchy hair loss. I got diagnosed with it back in March, so my hair's been progressively falling out. And you know what? We're here with a good attitude, we're here with a good outlook, and we're here to inspire people because differences is what makes us complete, and it's what makes us shine. And don't let anyone dull your sparkle. That's
right.
the truth.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah. I just think it's really amazing because Allie was on our show on the live,
Yes.
and we wanted her to come on the panel because what an addition to our show and to Todd.
Yeah.
But it's just we wanted the personalities to come in that wanted to share life, and she's much younger than us, so we needed that. We needed Erica for the female and the.
I don't know what you're talking about. Act like I'm 12.
That's
all
true.
The time.
We are not maturing very well. But I just thought it was really great that we're adding them to the show and bringing a whole other mix to what we're doing. And it's what we really wanted to do, is to really grow, and bring something new to us. So
really
phenomenal drink. All right, let's get into Halloween.
Let's do it.
All right, so the first thing we want to talk about. All right, this is for everybody. We'll go ahead and start with Allie. Let's start with you.
Okay.
What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, easily Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Oh.
I love that combo. It's the best. It's the best.
We're best friends already.
Yes. we can share one. When you get them, they come in like the tube.
Yeah.
So we can share one.
You
and
go,
we're
nice like
fun-sized
friends.
candy.
Nice like friends.
Okay,
Yes.
question though.
Answer.
There are multiple Reese's spin-offs.
I already know the best one. The one with the Reese's Pieces in it. Have
Yes.
you tried that? Have you tried
We
that?
have
The
pieces
best.
in it.
10 out of 10. 5 stars.
Big cup,
Easy.
Reese's Pieces in it.
Yes.
Hands down the best.
Easy.
Okay, wait. Now,
Right, that was fun.
do you eat your Reese's? How do you eat it? Like, do you just eat around the? Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Why fool around?
Yes.
So the big cups screwed me up, okay? Because the little ones, I always like to take my finger and push the middle out and then eat it, the middle, and then eat it around.
Yes.
But the big ones, I can't do that. So,
Easy.
are
The
you
big
having fun
ones,
yet?
I just put the whole thing
Oh,
in my
God,
mouth.
yeah.
It's easy. I just do it and it's in. I'm ready.
That a girl!
and I'm ready. Here we go.
All right. I cannot say Reese's, even though it's like in my top 2. So I am gonna actually say my second favorite, since you guys already pulled that out.
Yes.
Kit Kats.
Oh.
That's my second too.
Yes.
With peanut butter.
Yes. Just a jar of Yes. Straight out of the container.
But what I like to do when I eat those, I gotta eat them like
Fair. That's so fair.
because
Okay.
it's got the.
No wonder you guys are on the same show because you both are freaks when you eat your candy.
Truth.
Like baby corn. Oh my god.
Rob the proctologist here with his Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay.
Super producer, do you have a favorite?
Y'all need Jesus. Yes. So my favorite is Heath Bar.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between Heath Bars and Score Bars.
Yeah, they're close.
Yeah.
But
They're close.
that's what makes score better.
So do you like almond roca?
No, because they sort of look like cat turds. That's so true. Yeah, it's like I have
They're the best tasting cat turds, though.
the best.
I like Heath Bars, but I also eat them sort of weird as I take the chocolate off first and then the toffee in the middle.
Yep.
At least I don't baby
How do you
corn
take
it,
the
but
chocolate off? You like
just scrape it off with your
I was
teeth.
gonna
Every
say.
dentist loves that method, by the
Oh,
way.
my goodness. Wow.
Wow. All right. Okay, so time to move on to the next category.
Wait, we didn't know your favorite candy.
Yeah, time out.
Yeah, time out.
I'm gonna go. I don't know what it is, but I like the Smarties.
Smarties?
I can only do it when it's Halloween, but I love it on Halloween because there's so much chocolate and stuff going on in there, and then I just want that sweet little Smarties.
That's
Yeah,
sweet.
that's
But when I was a kid, you used to get Pez.
Oh yes, pies are so
Dating
good.
himself a little bit.
But Pez was my favorite, and it was always so frustrating to open up the head and stick all the thing in. And my mind was just blown recently.
Oh, you just found this out too. Yep.
Oh my gosh, my whole life is ruined. If you just take the candy and you open the cylinder and you push down, it puts the candy right in it.
No way.
Yeah, you don't have to feed it. So upset.
So, do you ever just?
Are we having a seance real quick? Sorry. Anyway.
I'm just curious if you ever have that Smartie craze, you're just like, you know what? I just need a stick of chalk.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
This is delicious.
Well, you
yeah,
can
like
go
right on a chalkboard.
You could go one further because those pixie sticks were like
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, we're not going there. We're not going
it was
there.
just straight sugar
No,
and pour
no,
right in
no.
your mouth.
All right, go ahead.
Wow. Did you ever snort it?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Look at that.
I will not confirm nor deny that there are any children in this building.
So
Wow.
you did. That's confirmation. So
This explains a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
really
must have been the big
I don't know
long
what you're
one.
talking about.
the plastic.
Yeah.
The big huge one.
Oh my god.
Okay, remember this is allegedly a rated PG, okay?
This was ever been
13.
red.
I just imagine
Okay,
the pixie stick just.
Flying everywhere.
And he's sitting there just.
Suddenly you're
Do
shaded.
you remember the
He's
movie?
like, I'm a magician.
What? Okay, hold on. What was that movie with Chevy Chase years ago? I gotta bring it up.
Caddyshack?
Nobody knows.
Oh, Modern Problems.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Oh
just,
man, I just dated myself. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
well,
You have to
if
watch
you-
Modern
Yes,
Problems.
you do.
Yes.
If you want to see Modern Problems, You'll understand what I'm talking about.
Again.
Oh yes,
That was a good movie.
oh, but it's
Okay, what do you got for candy?
Well, she already said it. It's Reese's
I'm
peanut
ready.
butter.
That's your bet. That's your favorite.
That's my absolute hand. If I'm in the gas station and I'm unattended, there's a good chance that a Reese's peanut butter cup is
It's
going
coming
out.
out.
or 12
Now wait,
packs.
what about the white chocolate Reese's?
Do.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Okay, so then is it
Okay,
the
alright.
And here's why. I do like white chocolate, but I like good white chocolate.
Yes.
The Reese's milk chocolate is good, but the Reese's white chocolate is just
It's not
kind of
doing it for
waxy.
me.
What about
Yes.
don't they have a dark chocolate one too, don't they? Because Reese's has to cover the spread.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
And I'm not a dark chocolate person. My wife
Me
loves
neither.
dark chocolate. I am not a dark chocolate guy.
I heard they're going to be putting lasagna in the next.
oh my God.
I'd buy it.
Okay, I got a question for you now, because have you ever taken a Reese's peanut butter cup and made a s'more with it?
Yeah.
I have not.
I have not done that
I need
yet.
to do
my.
that.
Yeah.
I've done it with Peeps. Have you tried that? It's
No,
so good.
I haven't done the
so
Peeps
good.
thing.
Ooh, I do that.
Like 10
I
out of
love
10.
Peeps.
It was so good.
How good?
Like 10 out of 10 good.
10 out of
like
12.
like today's date.
Really?
Oh.
Whoa.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. Okay, so we got the candies out. Now, let's talk about the houses that have full-size candy bars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those are kind of rare. Now, you had mentioned that that's
Yes,
your house.
That's my house.
So
Like,
what kind of full-size candy bars are we talking
we're
about?
either doing Reese's peanut butter cups, we're doing M&Ms.
Are you getting the four king sizes or like the two?
Just the OG original.
OG, okay.
OG
That makes
original.
sense. The deuce. Can't go to the quad.
You can't go to the fort.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you can, though. It's okay.
So
Triple dog.
when you guys were kids, did you guys, and they had a full one, did you try to go around it, you change your costume and go try and get another one?
Oh,
Because that's what I did.
That's finesse. That's good.
So, when I was a kid, 100 years ago, as my daughters would say, we didn't have people that gave out the full candies.
Oh.
They refused
what a
to.
sad childhood.
But,
Well, they had wagon trains to deal with.
yeah, true, you know.
Yeah, that's
Pterodactyls.
You're
is
being
right.
rated.
Triceratops is coming at us. Anyway, but what would happen is
They're so short.
instead of giving us the full candy bars, they'd give us handfuls.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's
alright.
As an adult, I'm a handful giver. Like, I'm just like, cool. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. I
I'm
want to be out of
non-discriminatory.
candy so I can
Yeah.
shut the door and go watch
Inflation
my
what?
football game that's on right now.
My wife gets mad at me because I'll sit there.
All the time, but
Well, yeah, but I'll sit there and I'll come back with like $200 worth of candy right before Halloween because I'm the guy that gives out the candy.
How much makes it Halloween?
Well, about half of that, but anyway, that's a different story. But I'm sitting there, you know, and
Instead of starting at noon, Chris is sitting by the front door. He's got a smear of chocolate around his face.
hey!
he's
I'm not giving any of this up.
He's got pixie sticks going for him.
My blood sugar's 970. Oh,
I
God.
can build a plane in our backyard.
Yes.
So, you have a secret about Halloween candy that you'd like to share, or no?
Ooh, you're talking about my day after?
The day after Halloween is the best candy day ever,
Yeah.
right?
Ever.
You have to be on it.
Okay.
That is not a secret. Lots of people know this.
Yes.
I wish it were a secret.
Well, all 15 people are going to learn about that.
Here's my tip. Walmart, early. And make sure the packaging has Halloween imagery on it because they will try to get you.
Okay.
Freaking Walmart.
They'll do it.
So Walmart's the key. Is it one of those things like it's Black Friday, you got to camp out the night before?
No, but you just have to go really early.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
I have a
I've been there
confession.
before they started.
You gotta-
Hold on. We have the confessional.
I do this every holiday. I do. I go to all the stores and I buy literally like the most candy I can get into my hands, and I'll just walk up to the counter and drop it.
Yep.
Yes.
It's like that's a pro.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a
pro.
good one right there.
That a girl. I like it. I
Yes,
like
it's
it.
great.
Good
It's
answer.
great. Yes,
Holiday candy is just as good as Halloween candy.
it is. It's so good.
And it's gonna last forever, is what I It's gonna last me
Forever.
months.
Well, then, would you guys?
The day after Halloween.
yeah, exactly.
You're already hyped up. Chris is already passed out from his sugar.
She's sitting there bug-eyed like, I got all the good deals.
It's true, because that's the high too. You got the sugar high and the deal high.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm such
I am a
sucker
huntress.
sales.
Yeah, it's true. Give me my boogie and move out of my way.
So what about costumes? Have you guys had any like really horrible costumes that when you were maybe like a kid, your parents put you in? Like somebody might have been like a pumpkin.
I was a giant Hershey Kiss. So
That's actually
that's
pretty
cute.
cool.
yeah.
That's pretty
And
cool.
my brother was a Tootsie Roll, so we just yeah.
Like
I
Tootsie
don't know.
Roll, Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, Tootsie Roll. But yeah, no, it was great.
And so that was a partner
It was, yeah.
costume thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it was fun, but I was literally like a black cat for 9 years straight. Like that was my costume.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Throw on some black
I like
clothes.
it.
Put some whiskers
Put
on
some
there.
ears on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Good.
exactly.
So back in the Stone Age, we used to have costumes that were plastic. They had plastic masks.
Yes.
I remember I had my Chewbacca, and literally they had this rubber band that was like stapled into the side, and you put it over, and we could wear masks to school back then. And then your clothing was just like plastic cloth. It was like, remember that? They were horrible.
Oh my God,
horrible
yes.
costumes.
And even on the Halloweens that were sort of still warm, you're just walking through the neighborhoods and you're just pouring sweat out because you're wearing a plastic outfit.
There's no.
So that's where sauna suits came from.
Exactly.
Oh,
So.
God.
I'm gonna make it to the next house, I swear.
So what about like epic costumes? Like, have you guys had any yet?
Well, wait a minute.
Okay. Did you ever?
She didn't say her worst costume.
She was a. No, she was not, right?
Well, but she can answer for herself, Jamo.
I'm trying to get it out of her.
When I was in kindergarten, there was this family pumpkin outfit that everybody had to wear. And so I had to wear it.
Yeah.
And it was all stuffed with, stuffed animals and pillows and not just a big fat pumpkin. That's really great for your psyche. And then we were playing musical chairs. And, I rolled off a chair.
She was so tough.
I was so tough. Someone rolled me right off a chair.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. I
It was
love it.
horrible. I never let my mom forget it because, she's the one that decided on that
Did
costume.
that to you.
See, I was lucky growing up. My dad was really creative, and so we had great costumes. Like he made my sister into a camera one year that flashed, and
Oh,
yeah,
That's actually really cool. Yeah.
That's super cool.
let's see what else. I was Ghostbusters had just come out, the original Ghostbusters.
By the way, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
All right.
But he made me an entire backpack, light up.
Oh, the whole.
The whole thing. It was very cool.
Nice.
Finding a jumpsuit in my size as a kid was a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, I was a Ghostbuster. We had, he was really creative with that.
Nice.
Super cool.
That's totally.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So before I give my worst one, I want to give a shout out to Cemeterium. They have some of the best haunted houses out there. They are in Orangevale. I'm at the Orangevale Community Center, just so folks know. Look it up, check it out. Cemeterium. We'll be out there.
Yeah, we're
gonna have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
That too. But anyway, my worst one was, it goes back to the plastic suits.
Yeah.
And it was one that I really didn't want to be. Nancy Reagan.
You were
You were Nancy Reagan.
Yes. So what happened was...
Was it intentionally supposed to be
No.
Nancy? Or you became Nancy?
No, I was supposed to be O.J. Simpson.
Well, how do you get from O.J. Simpson to
Stand
Nancy
by.
Reagan?
It used to come in a box. Okay?
I'm just trying to connect all the things that just happened in that last sentence.
Stand by one, okay? Stand by one. So, I was supposed to be O.J. Simpson. Okay? And the packaging...
Pre-glove or
Yes.
okay, football.
And football. Football player, and, anyway. But the packaging said O.J. Simpson on it. Okay? So, there's O.J. All right, sweet. I'm going to be O.J. Open it up, and it's Nancy Reagan. So I was like, screw it. I'll be Nancy Reagan.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Are there pictures?
No, thank God.
There must be pictures.
There's
There
got to
has
be
to
pictures
be.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there.
I want them.
Well, I'll tell you a great story about costumes. I mean, it's crazy that I wore this, but I did this recently. This isn't just in the past couple of years. But there's a guy on my top golf league team, and he was really getting angry when he wasn't hitting the ball well. And he was shaking his head, getting mad, and he had this little hair thing flopping, and I went, oh my gosh, I know what he looks like. He looks like Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I started to tell him that. We all started calling him Willy Wonka, and he was getting so mad. He's like, no, I look like Nicolas Cage. And I'm like, no, you're like Gene Wilder. So I'm like, fine. I'm going to put both pictures. I'm going to put your picture and then Gene Wilder and Nicolas Cage. And I'm going to go walk down the whole Top Golf, and I'm going to do a vote on which one you look like the most. And if it's Gene Wilder, you're dressing up as Willy Wonka for the costume contest.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It was one person gave him Nicolas Cage. One person. Everybody else, this is Gene Wilder.
Oh my God.
So he's like, fine, but you have to dress up too. And I'm like, fine. So I dressed up as this Oompa Loompa.
That's amazing.
And we won the contest, so we have free foursome at Wood Creek because of it. So that was just a really
That's
fun,
cool. I like
That's awesome. That's a
fun
cool
experience.
story.
You know, that's the fun, crazy stuff we want to do around here, right?
it. So, what was your most funnest, not just fun,
Most funnest to stir?
costume?
Most fun costume? I don't think I've ever had.
Funnest.
Okay.
It's a word.
Funnerest.
Somewhere.
Most
Exactly.
most funnerest?
What country? I
Most
don't know.
funnest.
Most funnerest? I don't think I had a most funnerest costume.
Ah, okay.
I've had a costume I've always wanted to put together.
Ooh.
I've always wanted to go to Evangeline's and get a really nice pirate costume.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm not talking like Jack
No,
Sparrow.
like
I'm
the really-
like an authentic looking pirate captain.
That's cool. I
That's
like
really
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did you have like a real sword too?
I would totally purchase a real. I would do that.
Yeah.
I would go full out.
I like it. I think that'd be cool.
I
Actually.
like
And
it.
I think we'll probably start, not this year, because we're not doing anything for Halloween this year, which is really tragic. But next year, I think I will start building that costume. Because that's a really expensive endeavor.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta start
That's
piecing
like a
it
3-year
together.
program.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it though.
I think you could start with like a little bit and like go Drake Pirate Roberts and then finish off like a year or two with the whole coat and everything.
Yeah. I like that.
No,
idea.
that's totally cool.
Very cool.
What about you?
My favorite costume was like Garfield. It's like it was a big like suit, and it had like the mouth of it was like in my stomach, so I just had people like put candy in it. I was like,
Oh, that's the best.
and it was great. I got so much candy, I barely could walk.
Oh,
because it was
that's
just so much
awesome.
weight, but it was great. It was
That's
10 out of
awesome.
10.
That is
I
actually
like
a really good one.
I like it.
What about you? Well, the Oompa Loompa was pretty epic when I dressed up as Oompa Loompa.
That's a big
And
Oompa
I
Loompa.
also dressed up as a baby and then went to San Francisco.
Hold on, time out.
Oh,
Dressed up or you are a baby?
Oh,
Which
I'm
one
not-
is it?
I was
That's what
in
I
like
wanna
the
hear
whole
that.
like diaper and then the shirt and the bib, and it was covered in like mustard and ketchup. It was awesome. Just a
Oh
messy
my
baby.
god.
But then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to the city and I'm getting there and I'm like halfway there and I was like, first of all, I don't have a change of clothes. And two, I'm going to San Francisco to the Castro area,
Going to
which is a great Halloween party, trust me.
right.
But then I
Trust him.
went, this was a bad choice. Yeah, it was a bad choice.
How many marriage proposals did you have?
No, I got a lot of conversation, a lot of people, but it was
Hello.
it was fun. It was fun. But you know, like you're on your, I'm gonna get off that really quick. I want to do the Viking, like the picture. I really
Yes.
want a true Viking
That'd be cool.
costume. Like I want to build it from scratch and be
Yes.
real with the real chainmail and the everything and the leather and the. I want to do that. I think that would be my epic. I would wear it every year if I did that. Because why change?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you just at that point when you invest in a costume like that, you just keep adding.
Add a piece every year,
Yes.
right? I'm
Yeah.
all about that. I
Oh my
agree.
god,
That'd
yeah.
be so cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm with that. How about you?
All right, super
Epic. What's
producer.
your most epic?
Epic? Oh.
What's your favorite costume? What was your?
I guess my grandma and I used to go thrift store shopping a lot, and she bought me a prom queen dress. So one year I went as the prom queen.
Nice.
That was kind of fun.
Just over there popping tags.
That's right. Anyway, Now, before I say my favorite, I want to give a shout out because there's a lot of people that put a lot of stuff into their costumes. Like the cosplay folks and the people that do the Sinister Creature Con. We had the privilege of being able to go to Sinister Creature Con. I want to give them a huge shout out, especially since it's Halloween. We met a lot of great people there, a lot of good makeup artists, but I definitely want to give them a shout out because you want to talk about some phenomenal drink again. Phenomenal costumes. I mean, those are great. Those are definitely, yes, thank you. But my favorite costume was my first year in college, okay? I couldn't think of anything at all.
Dressed as a student?
No. Because I wasn't that smart. But anyway.
Is it the same as your ninth year in college?
That too. Now let's go 20. But I went as Tarzan.
Oh, nice.
And it was real easy, real simple.
Just the over the shoulder.
Yep, exactly. Which my buddy had made a beer thingamabobber to hold beers when he went out and did things. So I used that, so they were all full of beers. And I had a loincloth. And that was it. But also, that was when I was like 375 pounds lighter than I am now.
Are there pictures of this?
I wish. If there are, I don't know. That was back when, you didn't have these. You had to go get it, developed, and it took 4 years.
Yeah, I think for the show, we need to recreate it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hang on.
Oh gosh. On that note, I think we're gonna close out Halloween.
Okay.
Oh man.
Wait, we have more stories, don't we? Or are we gonna cut it out?
Do you have more stories?
I got one. I don't know if you had this. This doesn't happen. Maybe it does. I don't know. It might be a little more violent now. But when I was a kid, I don't know. I wanted to ask if you guys dealt with this. When you went trick or treating, did you have to go in a pack because you would get jumped and have your candy stolen?
Yes.
We had to. We would get jumped by the older kids, and they try and steal our candy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was a known area that we avoided.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'd come right out of the bushes, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got older, we didn't jump the kids, but we did scare the bejesus out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you had to do.
Something along that line. Do you guys remember the clown craze? Like when
Yes.
there was clowns.
Mm-mm.
I remember getting chased home by a clown. I was like traumatized. I was like 10. I was like turned into a track star for the night. I was.
I loathe clowns. Not just
Yes.
hate them, loathe
Yes.
them.
Oh,
I love it. I wanted somebody to do that to me because I've been like, oh, yeah, it's going. Let's go. Let's do this. It's time. I'll be waiting for this.
So
Let's see how they
There
react.
was a neighborhood that I grew up around. I had two great people that did costumes. There was one that was a flasher, and so he would open up his coat, and there would be multiple flashes from like camera flashes.
Oh, okay.
So he would open it up, so you couldn't see anything. It was a great costume. The second guy was terrifying. You always knew the new kids in the neighborhood because they would run away, but this guy would jump out of the bushes and start a chainsaw, like wearing a trench coat and everything, and then chase you down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Very
I love that stuff.
Remember that? Oh.
All right.
So,
I think we got to. I know that we could go on forever about Halloween.
you know what? Do we need to have a part 2 of this then?
No. We got to move on.
Because Halloween only once this would come out.
Part 2 will happen next year. But have fun out there.
Be safe.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make your parents check your candy. If you're an adult,
Please.
have your parents check your candy.
Yes.
And have
Or
good
have your kids
costumes.
check your candies.
Wait, before we go, anybody gonna dress up for Halloween? Anybody got an idea? What are you gonna do? What are you doing?
Dino this year.
Dino, and I think we're trying to do a theme.
We are?
Yeah, because I'm being Fred, and I think you're gonna be Barney.
Oh, great.
So.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, Bam Bam. Or should I call you Pebbles?
Oh.
Either way, I have great legs. It's okay.
True. Yeah. That sexy bald head of yours. Anyway.
Anyway, so have a great time at Halloween.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us here at What Up, and we'll see you soon.